What's the deal, y'all? It's your man DJ KNS on the check-in. Back again with another beat video. This week, we're gonna keep it going with some Latin vibes. I got this joint, José Feliciano album right here. There's a bunch of joints on here to sample, but there's one in particular that caught my ear, and I had to mess with it. There's actually a bunch of different pieces of this record that I wanted to mess with, so we're gonna see what we can do and see if we come up with something with some heat. If you get a chance, this album is called Me Enamoré, right? If you get a chance and you pick this up, let me know if you find the sample that I flipped. And with that said, let's get it cracking. All right, so on this José Feliciano album, right, there's a lot of stuff to sample on here. But this particular joint, there's a lot of elements on here that I want to pull from to see if I can put it all together and make a dope beat with it. So let's go ahead and do that right now. And let's see what we can come up with. All right, so let's normalize that. All right, let me make some copies of that. All right, so I made a few copies, so let's continue to edit. Let's continue on. All right, so there's a few more pieces on this record that I want to get, so I'm going to sample them in now. ¿Qué haces junto a mí? Si todo está perdido, amor. Let's go ahead and normalize that real quick. ¿Qué haces junto a mí? 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 Si todo está perdido. All right, so we got that piece there. All right, so we got that now. So let's go ahead, edit that real quickly, normalize that. All right, so I got some pieces right now. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this up as far as the ins and outs are concerned and see if I can get a pattern, and then I'm gonna speed it up as well. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so I have these chops.
por ti no sé, por ti no, por ti.
Some of these are duplicated because of, I'm going to try some different layering techniques, right? But at the end of this one right here, there's this that comes right after it. So I'm going to use that for something. All right. So now that I have that, right, I want to go ahead and work on some drums. So I loaded up this drum loop right here. So it sounds like this. Straight loop, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate that, right? And then I'm going to edit each one. So I just want the kick for that one, right? So let's go ahead and edit that down, right? Actually, let me do this here. All right. So let's get just the kick for that one. And now this one, I want to get that right after the kick. You hear this, the hi-hat. Okay, let's get that piece. Let me shorten this. All right, then after that, you know what? I'm just going to duplicate this one. All right, so now I just want the snare for this one. All right, so with that, this kick here, I need a little bit more low end on that. So I'm going to go ahead and put a filter on this one here. So let's go ahead and get the filter. Adjust the cutoff. All right, so let's lay down a 1-bar loop with these drums and let's see how we can get it to rock. Something real simple. All right, so we got that. So let's go ahead and lay down the sample on top of that. All right, let me quantize that. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and lay down the sample.
¿Qué haces junto a mí? ¿Qué haces junto a mí? ¿Qué haces junto a mí? Si todo está ¿qué haces junto a mí? 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 ¿Qué haces junto a mí?
All right, so we got that. Let's go ahead and quantize that and get that going, and let's see if we can do another pattern. All right, so let's work on another drum sequence for the second sequence, and then we'll put the sample on top. So let's see what we got here. Quantize that. All right, so now that we have the second sequence for the drums, let's go ahead and try another chop with the other pieces of the samples that I got, and we'll go from there. All right, so we just laid down that next sample chop. Let's tighten that up, and then we're gonna add a bass line. All right, so I loaded up a bass with Massive, and I put a filter on it, right? So now I'm gonna go ahead and do the bass line for the first pattern that we did, And then if that one goes well, then we'll go to the next pattern and do that. So let's go ahead and check that out, right?
¿Qué haces junto a mí? ¿Qué haces junto a mí? ¿Qué haces junto a mí? Si todo está ¿qué haces junto a mí? 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 Si todo está ¿qué haces junto a mí? ¿Qué haces junto a mí? ¿Qué haces junto a mí?
All right, that sounds right. So let's go ahead and do a bass line for the other joint. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and clean that up, and then we'll just put it together in song mode and see how it flows together. All right. All right. Now that everything is nice and tightened up, right? I have two scenes, right? I didn't create an intro. You know, I didn't find any chops to really make an intro, but it's all good. So check it out.
¿Qué haces junto a mí? ¿Qué haces junto a mí? ¿Qué haces junto a mí? Si todo está ¿qué haces junto a mí? 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 Si todo está ¿qué haces junto a mí? ¿Qué haces junto a mí? ¿Qué haces junto a mí?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So I think we got another one. Make sure you comment. Let me know what you think about this video. All right. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification, because every Tuesday there's a new video that drops. And then also on Thursday, I throw a little YouTube short out there with another beat that I made in the past, just to keep the creative juices flowing. You know what I'm saying? But as always, let me know what you think of the beat. Continue to support. I appreciate it. I appreciate, as a matter of fact, you know what? Let me take the time out. I appreciate everybody who's been tuning in to this point and commenting and, you know, really engaging with me on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It's a good feeling that you guys are actually taking the time out to look at the footage and let me know what you guys think. Until next week, KNS out.
Hey, yo, KNS, drop it on him. Drop it on him.
¿Qué haces junto a mí? ¿Qué haces junto a mí? ¿Qué haces junto a mí? Si todo está ¿qué haces junto a mí? 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 Si todo está perdido, ¿qué haces junto a mí? ¿Qué haces junto a mí? ¿Qué haces junto a mí?